There we go. We got the green light. We're live. Welcome. IGo Power Players. My name is Aaron Parker. For those of you that don't know me, welcome to the broadcast. We are here broadcasting live. Myself, I'm here in South Florida, and I have an extremely special guest. Let me make sure we're broadcasting. Yes, we are. Okay, we're good over here. Awesome. And we are good over here. Good to go. So I have a very special guest on with us tonight. We have one of the co-founders of IGoCrypto, from my knowledge, for the first time ever actually coming out on video to talk about this incredible company. And before we do that, I just want to make sure for those of you who are here live, we're all on the same page. So just give me a quick second and let me just jump into our Facebook group. This is our exclusive private Facebook group for IGo Power Player team members. And what I would love for all of you to do really quick is drop a quick comment on this post. Let me know that you are indeed here. Make some noise. Don't be shy. Here it is. It says live training with the owner of IGoCrypto. Jump on, roll call. Who's on? So drop a comment. Let me know. I see Kenneth. I see Olivia. I see Reno. And I know we've got dozens of people watching right now as well. And there's going to be hundreds who will be watching the recording of this. I also want to give you a heads up that this is where we will be interacting with you, is here inside of our Facebook group. Now, when you click on the video to watch this, which you're watching right now, it'll open up into YouTube. And what I would love for you guys to do really quick, do me a huge favor on YouTube so we can get this video out there and create a lot of positive vibes and energy, is hit the little like button inside of YouTube where this video is. And you might even have the ability later to leave a comment. I don't know if you'll be able to do that while we're live, but after this is done, then you can come back and drop a comment and let everybody know how excited you are about IGoCrypto. So let's go ahead and let's get this party started. So, you know, I had the privilege to actually meet in person both of the co-founders of IGoCrypto, who you're going to hear from here, one of them in just a second. And it was because of my good friend Tyson, who I've known for many years. And Tyson said to me, maybe it was about a month, maybe a month and a half ago, he said, Aaron, you know, I'm working on something massive, the system for a new crypto company that's going to be launching. And I would love for you to take a look. And, you know, I'm somebody who's extremely busy. I'm working full time, you know, with different businesses, working from home. And Tyson knows that. But he didn't prejudge me. And so what I actually did is I drove up to Orlando, which is only a couple hours, 2.5 hours from me, had some dinner, and I met in person with both of the owners of IGoCrypto. And I basically just drilled them with questions. Because for me to put my name and my brand and my time, most valuable of all, and energy behind a company, I had to know that the owners were here for the long term. I'm sure all of you watching this right now, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, have probably seen a lot of cryptocurrency opportunities, and they have come and they have gone, especially with the regulations in the United States. And so the biggest concern, or the biggest question that I had was, are we going to be here in 6 months? Is this company going to be here in 6 years? You know, I do this working from home thing, which a lot of you are doing as well, some part-time, some full-time. I do this to support my family. I have a wife and my 2 little girls. And so I'm looking for the right company to lock arms with, and it all comes down to the owners. So after that meeting, I got excited and I saw the vision. Before I saw a website, before I saw anything, I saw the vision of this company and where it was going to go. And for all of you that are here watching this, in the month of April, you're here before the launch. Now, some of you might be seeing this after we launch in May or June, July, and that's great too. If you're here now in April, I want you to just remember this: timing. And remember, first mover's advantage, because you have it right now. You're here at the very beginning, before this company even launches. And that is a massive opportunity for those of you who are going to take action. So I want you to just pay close attention, stop whatever you're doing, and I'm going to be asking some questions. I'm going to kind of do a little interview here, and then I'm going to actually open it up at the very end if we have time for those of you on live, and you'll be able to ask some questions as well inside of our Facebook group. So with that being said, co-founder of IGoCrypto, Mr. Chris Keller. Hello, sir. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, Aaron. How are you? Can you hear me all right?
Yes, loud and clear. Thank you so much for taking the time and coming out tonight. I appreciate it.
No, we appreciate you. We appreciate what, the power players have done. I mean, 8,000 of our over 10,000 members come from your organization. Your team is doing a phenomenal job. Now, keep in mind, tomorrow, which is the 16th, actually officially launches the international markets, or a certain portion of those. So we will start to explode over the next few days. And, obviously, you guys have taken advantage of the first movers advantage that we have here. But we're glad to have you, Aaron, glad to have your team. We're glad to have really all the leaders around the world that we've currently been able to bring on board.
Awesome. Well, it's very exciting, and I'm just excited to be here, to be a part of this at such the early stages of a company. And so, Chris, I'm just going to first hit you with this. I'm just going to go through some questions here. I know your time is very valuable. I want to keep this training as short and sweet as possible for everyone who's watching as well. So first of all, why cryptocurrency? Share a little bit about your background. I know you're an extremely successful entrepreneur. You've owned many businesses, but what was it about cryptocurrency? What got you excited to start this company? And what do you see as the vision for IGoCrypto?
Aaron, it's really funny. I mean, I've spent the last 20 years in the financial services business. And while, in that arena, I've seen a lot of people make very poor and some very, very great investment choices. And obviously, I was trying to help people make those decisions themselves. But during that time period, some things I've noticed is really the way currency was handled around the world, the way it was looked at. The foreign currency market was one thing that was interesting to me. Excuse me. I tell you all that just to kind of let you know that when a year ago someone came up to me and said, "Hey, what do you think about cryptocurrency?" And I had a little bit of knowledge about it. I said, "I think it's great, but I really don't understand it." They sent me a little link to a video and said, "Hey, it was banking on Bitcoin." You remember that? It was a Netflix deal. I think it's still out there, pretty popular, right? I watched that, and I couldn't get enough of it. So I went online and I started digging deeper and deeper and deeper, trying to get as much knowledge I could about cryptocurrency and figure out where I could make my money and in cryptocurrency. And, the things I looked at, the internet 20 plus years ago was nothing. Then all of a sudden it exploded, and I didn't take advantage of it. So I said, I got to take advantage of cryptocurrency. But what I found was the education, Aaron, was really, really hard for me to find. It's out there. But, I had to watch hours upon hours of video just to get one little segment that should take me about 3 minutes to find. So I decided at that point, IGoCrypto needed to exist. I didn't know a name at that point, but I knew that it needed to exist to help the layman learn how to actually buy crypto, sell crypto, trade crypto, secure crypto, which is something that's definitely overlooked, and obviously how to actually introduce crypto to commerce. And that's really how IGoCrypto was really thought about. Clinton and I actually have been friends for quite some time, and we sat down and we scratched this out with an angel investor that, we've actually put a lot of time and money and effort into this, and a lot of time. So I hope that answers your question, Aaron.
Absolutely. So I know we didn't talk too much about your business partner, Clinton, who I had a privilege of meeting as well. But I know we'll learn a lot more about him as well. And so you did mention angel investor. Is there anything that you can expand on that at all for anyone who's watching? You and Clinton are the owners. You guys are the drivers. You guys are the co-owners, co-founders of IGoCrypto. But there's a, as you said, angel investor behind the scenes. Anything you can touch on that for everybody?
Yeah, let me just say this. I mean, when I say that I've been successful or Clinton's been successful, we have been. But, to launch a company the magnitude that we are with IGoCrypto, it's not going to be done with the type of money we've made over the years. We're not talking about a few $1 million or tens of millions of dollars that it takes to make this company successful. We needed somebody that had access to hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's really what we actually obtained in that recommendation of the angel investor, and actually the relationship that we now have. I can tell you that he comes from the crypto space. He's taught me a lot about this business already. I hope that was enough of information for you to get moving here. So,
absolutely, that's exciting. For me, millions of dollars is a lot, but when you're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars, I hope everyone realizes that that is the type of financial backing that IGoCrypto has. And that got me really excited as far as, knowing that the infrastructure is being put in place for this company, not just to be here and gone tomorrow, like pretty much most of the other crypto opportunities out there. This is going to be here long term. So, all right, so let's talk about some of the challenges and really, probably the biggest question that I had, and I know a lot of people watching might have, and that is, pretty much most of, if not all of the other crypto opportunities out there have either already gotten shut down, cease and desists, and mainly here in the United States. So yes, IGoCrypto is a global business. We've already, I think, have people who have pre-enrolled in over 70, 80 countries. It'll probably be in every country around the world here once we launch. But the United States is a big part of that. And what is IGoCrypto doing to make sure that we don't have the challenges that these other companies have had? Can you touch on that, please?
Absolutely. I mean, I could tell you that, whenever we saw some of the companies that were launching over the last few years, and I really started paying attention to about a year ago, I had a lot, my gut told me a lot of those companies wouldn't make it in the United States. And remember, my background is in financial services. So, being registered with FINRA over the years and having the Securities Exchange Commission, being an overseer of not what I did, but the operations did, I knew what their wants and desires were. So I knew that if you wanted to remain in business in the United States, you had to do some things. One is you had to have a true compliance department. That compliance department needed to be looking at every video they could find online, Aaron, just like the one you're putting out here right now, and telling us if it's good, bad, or ugly. And as soon as they see it's bad, they take it down. We needed to make sure that they were looking at every piece of paper that we were actually putting out as a company, and obviously everything that the reps were doing. So the compliance department was important. But we also know before the compliance department could really help us, we needed to make sure that we had hired the best attorney that we could to help us in the world of multi-level marketing. And then we had to figure, how to figure out who the best attorney was for us to actually navigate the Securities and Exchange Commission regulations. And that's really, really challenging. But what we were able to do is we was able to actually retain Chris Gorman, who is an ex-attorney general of the state of Kentucky. Chris also has some experience of representing many MLM companies. Sorry about that, Aaron. But also, many MLM companies over the years. But his focus is really not to give us a free pass, not to give us anything more than we deserve, but to ask the regulators around the country, such as the other attorney generals that are out there, what is acceptable, what is not, what can we do to make sure that when we are getting close to the line, what do we need to do to jerk away from the line? And really, that's how we formed the company IGoCrypto. There was a lot of work before we actually launched and pre-launch to make sure that everything we were doing was above board. And I'll tell you something else, Aaron. There's not a day that goes by that I don't get an email from somebody that I'm talking about our compliance department or Chris or somebody saying, hey, check this out. Let's make sure we're staying away from that. Do this, and those things are important to me. Make sure that we do that.
That's awesome. I love it. And so, guys, former attorney general is basically working with IGoCrypto, working with the founders, has put, kind of a seal of approval on what we're doing, and is going to continue to make sure that what we're doing is going to be good to go so that we don't have those challenges here in the United States. So that's awesome. I know we also have, I don't know if you want to mention, but we have one of, if not the top, MLM attorney that you've also kind of, got on retainer that you're working with as well to make sure that we are good to go as well.
Well, here's two things we know. The attorney and the ex-attorney general or former attorney general, both of them are actually doing jobs that are for IGoCrypto to make us stay in line. To say they're not endorsing us, I don't want to say that. Obviously that we're paying them. We're paying them to do a job to make sure that we stay really between the lines. We are paying them, but they are not endorsing us as a company. And I want to make sure we understand that. But regulations, they change so fast. And we have to make sure that we have enough people with their ear to the ground to make sure that we know when we are getting close to that danger zone. And obviously, Chris and our MLM attorney, none of those are endorsing us, but I'll tell you what they are doing. They're definitely keeping us out of harm's way. As soon as they see something, they tell us. So
that's awesome. I love it. And for everyone who's watching, that should kind of, give you that breath of fresh air of like, wow, okay, these guys have the backing and they're putting things in place. So this company will be here long term. And for me, that was probably the most important piece of this puzzle, because there's lots of other crypto opportunities that you could make tons of money, but 3 to 6 months from now, they're gone. And it's like, okay, well, some people made money, but most people didn't. And I didn't want to be a part of something like that. How many of you out there can relate to that? And so that's why I got excited about this. Let's talk a little bit about, if you can, the membership. You mentioned education. You mentioned the university. And I'll just pull this up quickly to give everyone a quick snapshot of what I'm talking about here. In the back office, which, by the way, huge congrats to everyone. We just hit, it's April 15th today. We just hit 10,000 pre-enrollees in the company. This is exciting. And guys, the Power Players team today, our team just hit 8,000. That's 80%. Now, I know Chris is like, well, that's cool, but the international market is about to begin. So we're about to have some competition, guys. All right, just letting you know. But 10,000 in the company, this is exciting. These are the products. This is just a snapshot of the IGoCrypto University. And, for the people that are out there, Chris, that might be saying, well, this membership, which is worth thousands of dollars to teach you everything you need to know about cryptocurrency. Some people might be saying, well, I know it's only $50 a month, which is a ridiculous price. And my favorite part is when you refer three people to this membership, yours is free. What? Who loves that? Refer 3, yours is free. Can't beat that. But for $50 a month, for people who might be like, well, I don't know if I need this, or should I get the membership? Chris, what could you say to that?
Well, Aaron, let me just say this. $50. We've all thrown away money before. And the reason, first of all, the barrier to entry is so low is because we think everybody eventually is going to need to learn about cryptocurrency. That's why the barrier of entry is so low. The value there is literally thousands upon thousands of dollars, in my belief. I know that there's a lot of this information is available to you free on the internet. I'm going to say it again. It's free, but your time is not. So, to go dig out all the information on how to buy, save, or buy, sell, trade, secure, find it, mine even, find all that information out, it's going to take you 10,000 plus hours of digging. We utilize a lot of people, a lot of resources to put together what we believe is one of the best educational platforms in the world. And we definitely feel that way in the cryptocurrency space. And we're very, very happy with what we've done. But $50, I can tell you this, it's a chance for you to get in there. $50, you invest $50 in your own education, I don't know if you've checked the price of college tuition lately. But you're talking about tens of thousands of dollars per semester. For $50, you can go out there and see if it's worthwhile. Here's what I'll tell you. Check it out. There's a 72-hour Let's take it back deal, right? That's the way everything works in this world, right? In 72 hours, you don't like it, decide you don't want it. Let us know, we'll refund you. And I know that's a scary, scary thought. Everybody just gulped, right? Everybody just gulped because you're trying to build your team. We believe in our product. We believe in our product. So, I mean, I think it's definitely worthwhile for everybody to at least try out the educational platform. I think that is where we have the most value.
Absolutely. And the best way to get yours for free, so you never have to pay that $50 a month, is just refer 3 people. And guess what? If you have the membership and you dig into it a little bit and you start looking at it, you're going to be so blown away. It's going to be easy to share this membership with other people. The bottom line is, the way I would sum it up is, we're talking about putting the best cryptocurrency education package together all in one place that would be worth thousands of dollars. You get it for $50 a month. Okay. Now the first month is 70. And then after that, when you go through some of the training in the back office, they drop it down to 50. But when you refer 3, yours is free. So everybody is going to want to go get their 3 so that you'll never even have to pay that $50 a month. It's a no-brainer. Now, I know that people are right now asking, okay, the membership is part of what IGoCrypto offers. I believe that every single person in the world needs and is going to want and is going to love this membership. But there's another part of what IGoCrypto offers, and that's mining. Now, we're not going to get too much detail here, everybody, because there's a webinar and there's going to be a lot more detail on the mining after we launch. Right now, this is just a little piece, a little piece of the mining, detail, and that's this. And Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'd love to have you touch on this. There's really 2 pieces. There's mining packages, which will be available only for those who live outside of US and Canada to purchase mining packages online. And then there's mining equipment that you can purchase and have mailed to you, and you can actually plug it in and mine cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, from your home, office, wherever you want. So 2 different things there for mining. Now, real quick, I know people are going to ask this. If you are in the US and Canada and you can't purchase the mining packages, guess what? The people in your team who live outside the US and Canada who are purchasing mining packages, because trust me, they're going to want to, you will still get paid on the volume from those mining packages all throughout your team. So that's exciting. That's all I wanted to say. Chris, what can you touch on that for us? Anything?
Well, 2 things. One, for the people in the United States and Canada, I could tell you that, I initially thought there wouldn't be a whole lot of market for people wanting the equipment in the US and Canada. And boy, was I wrong. There's a lot of emails that I've received from the people out there that know that we've launched IGoCrypto and that they're wanting, 100 units, all S9 miners. And, so I was really, really surprised by that. The second thing is for the people outside the United States and Canada, being able to buy different types of, different hash power. You guys don't understand the value of that and how much money you can actually earn by mining different types of cryptocurrency. But I will tell you, the one thing that, you touched on, Aaron, is you can get paid off of your team for selling in other countries. We're going to launch the international markets now, right? You guys are aware of that. In the international markets, I mean, who knows? We anticipate, we could be doing $25, $30 million a month very, very fast. And it's just strictly off of the mining in other countries. Now, how much of that's going to be on your team? Understanding our binary compensation model, that means tens of thousands of dollars, right? Maybe tens of millions of dollars being generated. We just got to figure out where your team actually has some sort of foothold, right? And then see if you're going to get paid off of it. But it's very, very exciting to us to be able to offer mining to people outside the U.S. and Canada, and obviously for the folks here in the United States and Canada. Hope that answered, Aaron.
Absolutely. And guys, again, all the specifics on the mining packages and the mining machines, it's all going to be available after we launch on May 1st. So the basics is really all we need right now. All right. So how about the methods of payment. I know you're probably still working out some of this, but a lot of people have been asking, okay, when we launch on May 1st and we need to pay for our membership and become active so we can start earning commissions, is it credit card? Can people use Bitcoin? How are people going to be paying to upgrade and activate their account?
Well, to enroll, they wouldn't. It looks like we're going to be fine just utilizing credit cards so we can get people started faster. BTC is the obvious choice for product purchases that we're looking for. We may have another option as well. We don't want to put the cart before the horse here, Aaron, but definitely credit card initially with BTC. But we'll help you guys actually purchase BTC if you don't have that. Make sense?
So to be clear, people will be able to either use a credit or debit card, and you're also going to make purchasing, upgrading with Bitcoin as well.
That's correct for the product. Yes.
Okay, great. Awesome. And then as far as I know that our first commission run, everyone's excited about getting paid. So we get paid weekly. And as we start getting paid commissions, it'll be done through an e-wallet, I believe. Anything else you can expand on how we're going to be getting paid commissions?
All right. We will be paying every Friday. We will be paying Friday U.S. time, just so we know that. We don't know if it's going to be 9 a.m. Friday morning or 10 a.m. We actually are down to that detail. But we will be paying via BTC and an e-wallet.
So it will be all commissions will be paid to us via Bitcoin.
Correct.
Got it. Very cool. And guys, if you're like, well, I don't have Bitcoin, or how do I receive Bitcoin? Like if you're seriously brand new to Bitcoin, don't worry. All the training will be available. It'll be super simple. I've been sending and getting paid Bitcoin now for several months. It's awesome. Things like Coinbase, and there's other wallets available. All that training will be in place. So it's very, very simple, user-friendly to help you get up and running so you can not only upgrade your account, but also start getting paid your weekly commissions in Bitcoin. It's going to be exciting. All right, so one thing I wanted to mention for everyone who's watching this, in case you don't know, this is extremely important. There is a fast start training. And by the way, this is a countdown timer of the actual launch, which is going to be on May 1st. We're about 2 weeks away, which is extremely exciting. And I'm going to touch on this again in a minute, why this is so important for those of you that are watching this during the pre-launch in the month of April. But this right here, where it says training, down here at the bottom left, this is brand new. It was just added. And basically, this is going to provide for you training from the field. And I'm extremely grateful and just honored that my team kind of nominated me, and Chris and the owners decided to put a training that I did back here. But when you click on training, this is a complete walkthrough of your back office. It's a 19-minute training that I did that will literally walk you through every aspect of your back office, teach you how to get up and running. So make sure that you watch this fast start training. Again, that's right here in your back office under the training tab. So make sure everyone, take a picture, take some note right now, jot that down, click on the training tab in your back office. Make sure you watch that. Really, really, really important. And with that being said, before I kind of just get everybody really amped up here in a second with just some closing thoughts for me, Chris, I know you're busy. Guys, if you have any questions right now and you're here live, okay, we've got a few dozen of you on live right now. On this post that I put in our Facebook group, drop a comment. I may not be able to get to all of them, but if you have a question, just comment right here in the Facebook group. I see all of you guys have commented, so you know where we're at. And I'll be looking at this. And if it's a question I can easily answer later, then I'll just answer it later. If you're watching the recording, feel free to ask questions as well. And I'll answer them as well. But if you're here live and you have a quick question for Chris, now's your chance. So with that, Chris, let me just ask you this, and I can, kind of turn it over to you to kind of give us some closing thoughts and anything else that you'd like to share. Are there any promotions? I know some of this stuff you may not be able to talk about, but are there any promotions or any other exciting announcements or anything that we can look forward to over the next 2 weeks or as we launch that you can share with us?
I will share this with you. Come, I think you may have seen it in the email threads that was sent out from the broadcast sent out from IGoCrypto team. Uh, it's going to be very vital for people to have a very good start if they have 10 referred people that convert into full members, right? And that's the one thing I'll leave out there to you as a promotion. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to actually be paid, what you're going to get paid or anything, but you'll see it'll be very advantageous to you. And the other thing is, there might be some opportunities, which I think you guys may have heard already, to get the diamond a little bit earlier than planned. Maybe.
I'm sorry, to get what?
To diamond, maybe a little bit early, maybe get the diamond. We may freeze that to the end of the year if you guys can accomplish some objectives. But all I'm telling you now is you have an opportunity today to set yourself up for the launch. The launch will help you set up for the rest of the year. Just be out there, promote like crazy, as you guys already have been. And, make sure that you kind of get ahead of the game. And then, there will be some things that will be very beneficial to you guys monetarily, as well as obviously just straight positioning.
All right. So just to kind of recap that, guys, getting 10 people who upgrade, 10 people that you personally enroll who upgrade. Not just enroll for free, but upgrade. 10 that you personally enroll who upgrade is going to qualify you for some type of bonus or some type of promotion or something. So right now, every single one of you should be putting together your hot list, putting together your key leaders, and figuring out who are going to be your top 10. And these are 10 people that don't just pre-enroll, and they're not just like going to just sit back and not do anything. You want to literally have conversations with starting right now, and write down the names of who your 10 are going to be. And I'll just give you a little tip right here. And that is this. As I'm doing this and I'm reaching out to my personals, the conversation I'm going to have with every single person that I pre-enroll during pre-launch is going to go something like this. Hey, John. And it might be a phone call. It might be a little audio on Facebook. It could be an email, a text message. Hey, John. And you guys maybe want to write this down. And I'm just throwing this out there off the top of my head. John, Mike, Susie, I am right now going to be putting together my top 10 leaders. The 10 people that I'm going to be working the closest with when we launch on May 1st. And I need to know if you want to be one of those 10. To be one of those 10, all I need from you is to know that you're going to run with me and that you're ready to upgrade on May 1st, upgrade your position, upgrade your account to become active, and that you are going to be working with me every day. And if you give me that commitment, I'm going to put you on my list to be one of my top 10 leaders. You guys get that? And so every one of you watching this want to go get your 10. Your 10 people. And guys, don't just stop at 10, right? If you can get to 15, 20, go for it. But have at least 10. And if you can do that, you're going to qualify for this promotion, whatever it is. And they'll be announcing it probably around, May 1st. Get your 10. You'll be glad that you did. It's going to, and here's really the secret. If you want to know the secret to really creating that duplication and creating a massive amount of commissions for you, is get your 10 who have given you their commitment, have them watch this video. And now when you have your 10 all getting their 10, now your team is going to grow into 100. And if you have those 100 watching this video and the other training videos that we have, and those 100 each get their 10, hello, now you got 1,000 people on your team when we launch. How are you doing? All right. This is not hard. Just put in the work. Get excited. 10,000 people have already pre-enrolled in just 2 weeks. What do you think is going to happen over the next 2 weeks? You Do you think there's going to be another 10,000? Probably 20, 30, 40,000. Who knows? The question is how many of those thousands of people that are going to be pre-enrolling in the month of April, how many will be in your team? Is it going to be 5? Is it going to be 500? And for some of you, it will be 5,000 in your team before we launch. Can you understand why I'm not sleeping? Why I'm so excited? Because it's about opportunity. It's about first movers advantage. And you have the same opportunity that I do and that everyone else has right here, right now. I hope you're getting this. If you are and you're excited, drop a comment. Let me know. All right. So Reno had a quick question. And this is your last chance, guys. If you have questions for our co-founder, Chris Keller, drop a quick comment right now. And then I'm gonna close it out with something really quick. So Reno just asked about the international markets that Chris mentioned. When they open, are the commissions going to be held back till May? I think there was maybe a miscommunication there. So when the international markets open, they're opening for pre-launch, not like official launch. There's nobody in the US or outside of the US is going to be paying anything until May 1st. The entire company worldwide launches on May 1st. And then commissions start that next week. So it's time to seize the opportunity. All right. Let's see. How much will the price be to unlock? So great question. I have detailed that all broken down inside of our Facebook group, but I'll just give it to you quick. So upgrading and becoming active, there's a $100 basically, setup fee to activate your account. And then your membership, which is $70. And then that $70 is going to be reduced down to just $50 each month after that. Of course, all of you are going to be referring at least 3. And so when you do, you'll never have to pay that monthly fee again, which is awesome. But to activate, to get started, to upgrade, it's $100 plus the 70, and that's it. I mean, when they told me that it was only going to be $170, I was like, this is incredible, because everybody can afford $170. Now I know there may be some far off countries where $170 is like $1 million. I get it. So aside from those very specific situations, I'm talking about most people, especially in the US, Canada, like $170, people blow that in a weekend. You blow that on a dinner, right? We all do it. So this is an opportunity where you could generate thousands of dollars, not just once, but residual passive income. So, all right, let's see here. Quick question. Let's see here. Will there be tools available at launch? Chris, maybe you can help me with this one. I know that we do have a system. My good friend and sponsor, Tyson, is helping tremendously with that system behind the scenes. Chris, can you touch at all on when that system will become available for everybody? Is that going to be May 1st as well?
Absolutely. For you to build your IGoCrypto business, we'll absolutely have a system that has tools available for you, which will, one, include obviously a way for you to manage your leads, two, a way for you to actually build a capture page and utilize the capture pages that we already have pre-replicated for you. And then obviously, last but not least, obviously you'll have ways to communicate with your prospects through our tools. And then, that's for you to build your IGoCrypto business. Absolutely, we will have those tools for you. And as more and more tools become available, which we are working on some now, we will obviously release them out to the field as soon as possible.
Sounds great. The only other question I have for you, Mr. Chris Keller from the field here, is when the official website goes live on May 1st, is it going to be very clear on the homepage, right in everyone's face, to the effect of the U.S. compliance and how we are, compliant, and we've got the attorney general and the attorneys, and that we are good to go. Everything's the T's crossed, the I's dotted, so that we are compliant in the United States. Will that be very prevalent right on the homepage when we go live?
Absolutely. Well, some things we definitely want to make sure that everybody knows that we are following all the regulations that we need to. Important. Yes, we will definitely be letting people know that we are compliant on the website, and that may not be just May 1st. That may be before then. We are pretty close to actually laying out our website entirely. It's done. It's ready. We just got some what you just said, I's dotted, T's to cross to make sure everything is right.
Awesome.
But some things things I've always worried about with mentioning attorneys is companies that mention attorneys early, it sounds bad. Like we need the protection. We know because the industry we are in, and I'm talking about in multi-level marketing or affiliate marketing, we are looked at a little bit differently than other types of businesses. And then when you throw in the fact that we are dealing in cryptocurrency in some regards, whether it be education, whether it be mining, whether it be actually utilizing arbitrage traders or bots or whatever, that brings on more scrutiny. So we want to be careful with out there saying, hey, here's our attorney, but we want everybody to know we are really, really layered up with the right type of protection we need to make sure that IGoCrypto is here long-term. Longevity, Aaron, if you remember our first meeting, longevity is the most important thing to me and to Clinton. It's not just coming in, helping people make a quick buck. We want to be here, 20 years down the road. So I hope that answered your questions. I really, really appreciate your team. I appreciate what you've done. Do you have any other questions before I kind of close this thing up?
No, sir, Chris. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and we are excited to be here with you. And we're excited for May 1st. We're gonna be working hard.
I appreciate your team. Just want to say, with the stuff that we try to put out there, we believe in field-led training. We believe that the best training we're going to get from people like yourself, Aaron, and the other leaders around the world. So we tools such as SurveyMonkey and things of that nature to help us get good quality people to nominate and to actually put out there. We're trying to put some things. We had a friend put together the interview. I'm sure you guys saw the interview that's out there, right, with Clinton and I. It wasn't so much about we wanted you to hear from us the story of really who we are, not necessarily for any other reason other than you guys to get to know who we are as human beings. I chuckle anytime I do a call because at any second, one of my three boys can run by here screaming, and that's okay to me. I hope it's okay to the rest of the world. My dogs, we are human beings just like everybody that's on this webinar today or this hangout. But, we are trying to get you information to get to know us, get to know what we want long term. And the thing we really want is we want to help educate the world in cryptocurrency, and obviously for everybody to obviously take advantage of the world of cryptocurrency and be in this business long term, make the money they want to make. Aaron, appreciate you again. I am going to drop off out of here to go kiss my kids goodnight, and I hope everything goes well for you all, and I'll look forward to a great May 1st. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much once again. Appreciate your time, Chris. Awesome. All right, power players, don't go anywhere. I'm just going to close out here really quick. So if you are watching the recording or you still have questions, feel free to post them in the group. I do want to just mention this, that if there are any guests, any prospects who found this and you have not yet enrolled with IGoCrypto, you want to right now get back to whoever sent this to you, and you want to get registered right now. And the reason why is very simple. It's free. First of all, in the month of April, it's completely free to get your position, to enroll, to register. You're going to be given your own back office. You're going to be given access to watch the corporate webinar, go through the entire training, and you're going to get access to our private Facebook group. This Facebook group is where all the magic is happening. We have tons of training and support that we provide. So the only question that you want to ask your sponsor, the person who invited you to watch this, is, are you on the Power Players team? Because if they're not, they will not be able to add you to this group, because this group is only for members that are a part of the Power Players team. We are the fastest and the largest team in the company right now by far. And that is what we plan to continue to maintain, that momentum. We are going to create more success stories than anyone else in this company. That is my mission. That is what I'm excited to be doing, is helping everyone on this team create success. Now, if you are new and you have not yet done so, it is extremely important that you go to the top of the group and it says, welcome to the pre-launch of IGoCrypto. Here are some VIP details to read through. And when you click on right here, it says continue reading. It's going to provide for you pretty much everything that you need to know about IGoCrypto right now. And we keep this post, it's always pinned at the top of the group. We keep this post updated with information. We have a fast start training that you must watch. We also have a pre-launch training that I did that is going to teach you exactly how to explode your team right now before we launch on May 1st. We have a frequently asked questions page that has all the questions that people ask, and they're answered right here on this link. And we have a ton of additional information about building your team and structuring, about your big leg and your small leg, and commissions, and how do I get promoted through the ranks. I mean, how would you like to get paid not just on your small leg, but also get paid on your big leg? Did you hear me? That's right. You can actually get paid on the volume in your bigger leg. That's huge. And that's all explained in this post. So make sure you take the time to go through it, because those of you who do and those of you who take action are going to create the most amount of success with IGoCrypto. All right. So let me see if there's any other quick questions here. Can we activate multiple accounts with our own name? Great question. So I'm going to have to get clarification on that from corporate, and I will post the answer to that here once I get that answer, and I will also post it in the group. From my understanding, creating multiple accounts with your name is not allowed once we launch, that is. However, if you have a business, you could have a separate position under a business name, or a spouse or a family member. You can have multiple positions. It would just need to be under a different name. You can have multiple positions, like my wife and I each have a position, and that's it. You know, those are the only two positions that we have. So hopefully that helps. So with that being said, guys, if you have any other questions, you know where to find me. Just post your questions in our Facebook group. Thank you so much for your time. I don't want to take any more of your time here on this video. Thanks for being here. You know what? I will close out with this. All right. Let me get a little heart to heart with you guys. And for everyone who's here watching this, I have personally witnessed individuals, friends of mine, who have made not just hundreds of thousands of dollars in network marketing, but even millions of dollars in network marketing. And there were two components. Two. There's other factors, of course, but there's two major components as to how they were able to create massive wealth. I'm going to share those two components with you next time. Just kidding. I'll give it to you now. The first component is timing. Getting in early. Now, I know some people will dispute this, and there are very legitimate arguments to this. And there are companies that are 5 and 10 and 20 years old that you could join right now, and you could be massively successful. Yes, I understand that. I'm just letting you know that some of the biggest success stories and some of the fastest, success stories of people making ridiculous amounts of money was because they got in at the ground floor. Guess where you are right now? Ground floor. You right now have first mover's advantage. Nobody knows about IGoCrypto yet. Only 10,000 people even know this exists out of millions and millions of people that are going to find out about this company in the coming weeks, months, and years. You're here now. And so the first component is timing. Timing. There are going to be people, listen carefully, please. There will be people who in 6 months from now, in 1 year from now, are going to look back to this moment and they're going to say, holy crap, I was there in April when IGoCrypto was pre-launching and this crazy guy Aaron was in his office yelling at me about it. And I'm so glad that I listened and I took massive action, because that is the second component. You can't just get started. You can't just join. You have to do something. And it's called massive action. It means getting up early, staying up late, making some sacrifices, putting in the work, prospecting like crazy, working with your team, getting everyone plugged in to these trainings that are a part of your team so they can duplicate and grow their teams as well, which is part of your team. And by you taking massive action now during pre-launch, you are going to create a massive success story for yourself. And you're going to look back and you're going to remember this moment that you were here. But here's the other part of it, because there's going to be a lot of people who actually are here now who don't do anything. And that might be you. And I don't want this to I'm not trying to get sad or trying to give you fear of loss or anything like that, maybe a little bit. But guess what? A lot of people just don't put in the work. And I can relate. That was me for many, many, many years. I've had so many opportunities that just slipped through my fingers because I didn't take action. And so a lot of people are just not going to take action. And in 6 months from now, a year from now, they're going to look back and they're going to wish they did when they see the success stories that are going to happen with this company. Because the sweet spot isn't even right now. We're not even in the sweet spot yet. This is pre-launch, guys. We are so early. The sweet spot for IGoCrypto is going to be all of 2018. You guys, please understand what I just said. The sweet spot for IGoCrypto and creating massive wealth and creating a massive team is going to be those who get started and take massive action during this year. I'm not just talking about May, May, June, July, 90 days. Those 90 days, May, June, and July, are going to create just incredible success stories. And I want you to be one of them. But it's going to be the people who are taking massive action throughout all of 2018 during this sweet spot that are going to go on to create massive wealth and residual income that could literally change your life forever. I have witnessed it. I've seen it with my own eyes, guys. Friends of mine who had opportunities like this, who took action and they became millionaires. And the potential for all of us to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, possibly millions of dollars, is right now during this sweet spot. So I hope that I have opened your mind a little bit to the possibilities, to the opportunity that you have in your hands right now and how this can change your life. With that, thank you for your time. I'm excited to be working with all of you on the Power Players team. By the way, it doesn't matter who your sponsor is. Nobody should ever try to contact me and say, Aaron, I want you to be my sponsor, but somebody else already tried to talk to me about IGoCrypto. Great, you can't sign up with me. It's not going to happen. I would never jeopardize my integrity or my relationship with this team to ever let that happen. So please hear me clearly. You can't come to me to try to sign up. It's not going to work, okay? I'm only going to enroll people that I personally talk to and that I'm personally connecting with. You're here. You were invited by somebody. Get with them now. Join now if you haven't already done so. Get access to our Facebook group and all of our training, and I will be working with you. See, the beautiful thing of this compensation plan, it doesn't matter if I sponsor anyone else. I don't need to sponsor anyone else. My entire focus now is to help the team have success. That's it. That's all I care about. That is my priority, and I will be working closely with those of you on this team who take action. So if you want me to be your sponsor and you want to work with me and you want me to help you, then get started with whoever referred you, get into the group, take action, and I will be working with you. I've already started bringing people into my inner circle from our team who I've never met in my life. And I'm working closely with them, and I want to work closely with you too. So get started. I'm excited to welcome you into our Power Players Facebook group. Go through the training, take massive action, and remember 10. Did you guys like that? 10 is the magic number for everyone. Not just I got 10 people to sign up during pre-launch. No. It's 10 people that you have communicated with who have committed to you that they are going to upgrade, that they are ready to run, that they want to be one of your leaders. Go get those 10 people, write their names down, and get them as fast as you can. And then keep going. But at that point, duplicate that and get your 10 to get their 10. And your team is going to explode. And you're going to be glad that you did that. Plus, when you have 10 personal signups who upgrade, you're going to win that promotion, bonus, whatever it is. I don't know what they've got planned, but I'm excited for all of you to get your 10. That is what we're going to be pushing really, really hard right now is the 10. Get your 10, the 10 promotion, whatever it is, because I want all of you making money. I want you getting commissions. I want you to be a success story on our team, and it's going to start with you getting your 10. So thanks, guys. That's a wrap. If you got some value, if you're excited and you're ready to rock with us, drop a comment if you haven't already. Let me know. Let me hear from you, and let's do this. I'll see you in the Facebook group.